We need to pray for Japan. We don't know how significant. This is bells and whistles going off, sirens going off. There's a serious concern about what has happened. Now, let me share with you some information right now. The 6.3 earthquake. Before that earthquake hit, Mexico was already rocking. And I was going to do a video on the Mexico earthquakes that have been shaking very violently down there in Mexico. Okay. But before I could even talk about that, and it's right on that fault line. The Mexican earthquakes are right on that very fault line that goes right on up to San Diego. It's about halfway up Mexico. Boom, it hits there in Laredo, Mexico. And if you go right on up, you're right up that fault line to San Diego and on up to eventually Cascadia subduction zone up there in the northwest part of Washington State. But let's take a look at what's been happening today. There was a 4.6 earlier today in Japan, right about the middle of the mainland. We had a 4.4 in Hicks Bay, New Zealand. We also had a 4.4 in Taiwan, which is where those big, powerful quakes hit a week to 10 days ago. We also had a 4.4 earthquake in Concepcion, Guatemala. Okay. 4.8 then hit Japan in the Bon Islands, and that's that's about 1,000 miles off the coast of mainland Japan. 4.1 hit Alaska. 4.3 hit Iran. That's right. 4.3 Iran. Is God sending a message there? 4.3 Turkey. All right. 4.3 Turkey right there. And then, of course, Toya, Texas keeps having little quakes. This one was 2.7. We also seen a 4.5 hit Argentina, 5.2 in Port Blair, India, and also 4.4 Laredo, Mexico, shaking right on that fault line. 3.2 then hit Nixon, Texas, and then 4.9 again, Laredo, Mexico, right on the fault line. And then again, 4.3 Alaska, 4.6 Indonesia, 4.9 China, 4.4 Laredo, Mexico. Then 5.0 in the Balleny Islands, that is almost to Antarctica. Then a 5.0 in Taiwan again. Then boom, 4.9 Laredo, Mexico. 4.9 China. 4.7 Laredo, Mexico. And then boom, the big one, 6.3. It was actually a little more than that. They've downsized it to 6.3 in Uwajima, not Okinawa, but Uwajima, Japan, right on the Japan. And it really rocked things. Buildings swayed. We don't know if anything collapsed. We do know, though, that nuclear facility, it was right at that facility, and the ground violently shook. The question is, the bells, the whistles, the alarms started going off all over this nuclear facility. People are being evacuated there due to the concern of what that may mean, okay? So there is a significant concern. Again, it's too early to speculate. We pray to God that we don't have another Chernobyl situation. We don't want another Fukushima situation. We're not saying it is, but what we are saying is sirens, whistles, bells, emergency indicators were going off like crazy. People started being evacuated. People just started fleeing the area because they don't know. This happened there in Japan. 6.3 in Uwajima. That's Uwa, Uwajima, Jima. It's all one word. Uwajima, Uwajima, Japan. So we're going to check into this. It's a 6.3 magnitude. It was 25.7 kilometers deep initially. That's what they believe it is. But it's strong. It's strong and it's shallow, and it really shook that nuclear facility there. That facility has just one nuclear Um, it has one nuclear. I'm trying to find it. Give me 1 second here. One nuclear reactor there. Just one. Okay. But that's all it takes is just one, right? So we're concerned. We're watching close. Um, it's there's so much going on when you think about Russia and Ukraine. You think about China's threat to Taiwan. You